This is Scott the Fix-It Guy. Today we're dealing with an older Maytag top-loading washing machine that isn't draining. A couple things can cause this. You can tilt it back, make sure it's unplugged, and it won't fall on you, but you can tilt it back to about 45 degrees and check to make sure that the belts are still connected on the bottom. I'm going to be removing the front panel by removing these two Phillips head screws. And then I'll pull the panel out at about 45 degrees to let loose of the top clips. And now I can see the drain mechanism here in the front right hand corner. And underneath there's a pulley that's attached to a belt. I'm just spinning it by hand to make sure that it feels right. It feels a little bit loose, so I'm going to be replacing this drain pump. I'm going to remove these two hose clamps, one bringing water from the tub into the pump and the other one taking the water out. I'm going to put a big clamp on the hose that's bringing the water from the tub to the pump, so when I remove the hose there wouldn't be too much water coming out. It'll probably be a little bit, so you want to make sure you have a towel available to towel it up. Sometimes if you remove a lot of water by hand and then tilt the machine back at 45 degrees, you won't get very much water at all coming out, even if you don't have a clamp. So now I'm using my driver to unloosen the three screws underneath the pump, and this will allow me to remove the pump. So I've already removed the hoses and the belt. Sometimes these pulleys kind of break loose and they spin, but they're not spinning the shaft, they're not spinning the impeller inside. So that's when you don't have to replace the drain pump. Also, sometimes things get caught inside the drain pump, like a sock gets pulled down into it. You don't have to replace it, you can just take the hoses off, and then often you can pull out the sock. So here's the part number for the new pump. These are pretty good pumps. It's rare that they fail. So usually if it isn't draining, it's more often something's caught somewhere blocking the drain. So we're just removing those hoses. There's one hose left on the old drain. Alright, here's the old one. I'm going to just pull it out of the frame. There we go. Here's the new one. So we'll put the pulley in first, and then we'll put the screws in from underneath to hold it. When I replace the pump, I typically replace the two belts too. There's one, they call it, it's a bigger belt or a thicker belt, that's the drive belt that goes between the motor and the transmission pulley. And then there's a skinnier belt that goes between the motor and the drain pump. And they wear out over time. They get kind of glossy and don't spin as well as they should. Sometimes they even break. But they're very easy to replace, and they're not very expensive. So I think it's good whenever you do this kind of procedure that you replace those belts too. Sometimes that drain belt is the one that has broken or fallen off, and that would be the reason that the machine won't drain out the water. So I'm putting those three screws back in. So if you look underneath this machine, you have three pulleys. The one closest to the camera, this is the drain pulley. The big one in the middle is the transmission pulley, and then we'll see one here to the left, and that's the pulley that's connected to the motor. It's interesting, the motor has actually two pulleys stacked one on top of the other because it's going to send a belt out to the transmission, and also it's going to send another belt out to the pump. So I'm taking off the old drive belt that goes to the transmission. Both belts are off. Here's the old pump. Here's the part number for the twin belts that go on the Maytag top-loading washing machine. There's a model that came later that uses only one belt, but the older one uses two. It's actually a really good machine. It's a close-up of the part number. Get that at Amazon or Reliable Parts. So this bigger one, the thicker one, is the drive belt, and that goes on first. It goes between the motor, the top pulley on the motor, and the transmission. And you just put it over the big pulley and then turn a little bit. It'll self-feed. It's very easy. And then you're going to go with the skinnier belt between the pump and the bottom pulley on the motor, and just turn that motor pulley a little bit. It'll self-feed. And now you got it. You got a new pump, new belts. So we got to make sure we get the new hoses on, or get the hoses connected back to the new pump, and get the hose clamps tightened up, and then we'll remove that clamp. So we're using the hose clamp to get that nice and tight. There we go. Put the other hose on. The hose clamp tight. Make sure you remove the clamp that we put on to keep water from draining. Otherwise it will not drain. And then we'll put the front panel back on. So that's done by engaging the upper clips. You come in at about 45 degrees, and then you just let the front panel come down flat against the frame, and then you put in those two Phillips head screws. Sometimes you'll find a sock or something is caught between the tub and the hose that goes from the tub to the drain, and that one is easy to fix when you remove the front cover. You just remove that hose and you can fish out whatever that thing is, like a sock or whatever's a piece of underwear, whatever's clogging it. So the most typical problem you run into with this machine is that something is caught in one of the tubes or in the pump itself and blocking it from moving. Next most common would be the belt has fallen off or broken. And the least common, but does happen, is the pump itself no longer works. The pulley's spinning, but it doesn't spin the impeller, which was the case with this one. So now back working and draining as it should. So I hope this has been helpful to you, and please subscribe to our channel when you get a chance. Thanks so much for watching.